Lay on your back with your head just an inch away from the wall, knees bent, feet on the floor. You're gonna have your back flat, so make sure that you're not arched to start. Make sure everything is pretty relaxed onto the floor. And if you don't feel totally flat yet, this is gonna be the purpose of the exercise. Place your hands flat, just outside your shoulders on the wall. Fingertips almost touching the floor, making sure they are pointing down. And you're going to reach the elbows up to get your shoulder blades spread apart on your back. You're also gonna try to reach them out apart from each other just to help keep those shoulder blades snug. From here, this is how your hands are gonna stay. It's not much pressure through your hands, they're just anchored to the wall to get that shoulder blade position. This is gonna help get your rib cage flat on the floor. With your feet, keep them flat, make sure they're in line with your hips, not too wide apart. And you're gonna use your heels to pull back on the floor, push down gently, and feel your hips tucking up. This is not a squeeze, you're not using your abs to do this. You should feel just a little bit of hamstrings by pushing down through your heels and pulling them back towards you. If you're not feeling them with flat feet, you can do this with your toes up, just with your heels. You can also move your feet a little bit further out to help you feel only hamstrings but not butt. Once you have that position, you're gonna breathe here. So just for the setup, so you're gonna exhale, open mouth. My elbows are still reaching up and outward. My heels are still planted, giving me hamstrings. My rib cage has deflated. I'm gonna pause and breathe in super quietly through my nose. You'll feel a little bit of air going into your back. So that's the first step. If this is already hard for you, we're just gonna hold this position and do more breaths. The next progression here is adding a march. So your feet stay the same. Whichever foot is on the floor keeps giving you hamstrings. And you're gonna pull just one knee up, plant the other foot, come back down. Whatever foot is on the floor, again, you're making sure you're planting it. It's assisting keeping that hip tuck. You should feel hamstrings and a little bit of oblique on that side. If this is easy and you're able to keep this position consistent, then we're gonna do the march but with straight legs. So you're gonna straighten your legs out. You're not gonna lock the knees out, they're gonna stay a little bent. And you're gonna march one by one. If this is easy, you can do them where they simultaneously switch instead of coming one back to the ground before the other one lifts. So it would look like this. All the while, you're keeping those shoulder blades spread apart, you're keeping your back flat. This exercise here should feel like all your abs are working, should feel like your sides and your middle work together. If you're only feeling the middle and not your sides, I would go back just one level, make sure you have that rib cage planted first, and work through that.